we can use a variable expression with two operations going on to represent a verbal expression. So in other words, we're going to translate words into math. Here we have some common words that you're going to see and how to translate them into math. So some words that mean add, sum, plus, more, increased, etc. Go through all of those and read through them. And I do want to point out one that's somewhat tricky, and that's this less than. We've talked about this before. We called them turnaround words. Write that down. Another one that I think is good to talk about is the word each, which means multiply. For example, each magazine costs $5. So we would take 5 times the number of magazines. And another good one would be dividing. Quotient, split, and share all mean dividing. So if you're splitting the cost of something, you can take the cost, and if we're splitting it among 5 people, we would divide it among 5 people. C for cost divided by 5. Which variable expression can be used to represent the sum of 4 and the product of 7 times the number in? Go ahead and try this one out. So I'm going to underline the actions, like sum means to add, and I'm going to circle the numbers. 4 is a number, product means to multiply, underline it, 7 is a number, times means to multiply, and we're multiplying it by the variable in. So we're going to have the sum of 4 and the product of 7 times in. Which one is this? A. Try this one. Write a variable expression to represent 15 decreased by the quotient of 4 and a number W. So we have 15 to begin with, and we're decreasing it, which is subtract, and we're decreasing it by the quotient of a number 4 and W. When given quotient, you have to go in the order, so 4 divided by W. Okay, here's a tricky one. You might want to put a star beside it. So we have the product of 5 and a number less than 7. So product is multiply. We're going to multiply 5 and a number. So I'm going to use in for number. And that is less than 7. So what's bigger? 5 times a number or 7? Remember, it's 5 times a number less than 7. Plus, you could think of less than as being our turnaround words. So we're going to start with 7 because it's bigger. We're going to say it's less than 5 times a number. The product of 5 and a number is 5 times in, and that is less than 7. So 7 has to go first. Okay, here's the last one. Go ahead and try it out. Okay, so we have the quotient, which is an action, means divide, and we're going to find the quotient of a number, so in for number, and 2. The quotient of a number and 2, less 15, where less is subtract. So the quotient of a number and 2 would be in divided by 2, and then it says less 15, which means subtract 15. Notice less is not a turnaround word because it's not less than, it's just less.